and the monster was getting closer and closer. Hi friends, I'm Sara. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to tell you a horror story that happened at Avatar World School. A girl named Elizabeth lives in a house near the school. She had a bad feeling this morning. Elizabeth told her mom about it, but she was very angry and made the girl go to school. A teacher named Cheryl was explaining a new topic, but it was so boring that Elizabeth fell asleep. She had a nightmare in which there was a monster very similar to her teacher. The girl and her classmates were standing in the forest. She started yelling at her and the girl woke up. Her teacher came up to her and she was very unhappy that Elizabeth was sleeping in class. The girl calmed down. When she got home, she decided to tell her mom about the story. Her mom said that her teacher was very nice and that she should make up less about her. The girl was offended and went to bed. At night, she had another nightmare. The monster stood in place of the teacher in the classroom and explained a new topic. The students listened to her as if she were their teacher. Elizabeth ran to her friend and through her tears said, "Gloria, can't you see that there is a monster in place of our teacher?" But it was as if Gloria didn't see Elizabeth. When the girl turned around, she saw this monster in front of her. "Do you really think anyone can help you?" asked the monster. "What do you want from me?" shouted the girl. The monster silently walked over to her classmate Mike and asked him to deal with Elizabeth. Mike's eyes instantly turned as white as the monster's. The girl screamed in fright and woke up, waking up her mom. Mom was furious. "Elizabeth, you've been giving me a hard time all day. Tomorrow you will stay in school for extra classes to make sure your teacher is a good person." The girl tried to talk her mom out of leaving her there, but she wouldn't listen to her. Elizabeth didn't sleep all night, but in the morning she went to school. When she entered the classroom, she noticed that someone was missing. She cautiously approached the teacher and asked where Mike was. "Mike is sick and he won't come to school today," said the teacher. The girl felt uneasy. It was Mike who was interacting with the teacher in her nightmare. After class, the friends went to visit Elizabeth. The girl told about her dream and Gloria was shocked. "I had that dream tonight too, but for some reason I didn't hear you," said Gloria. Both girls were scared. Elizabeth asked her mom to have Gloria stay the night at their house tonight. Elizabeth's mom agreed and they went to Elizabeth's room. The girls wanted to get into that dream one more time. But to do that, they would have to sneak into the school and take some object that belonged to the monster. When mom fell asleep, the girls stealthily left the house and sneaked into the school. Entering the classroom, they immediately began to look for the teacher's pointer. But after searching the whole class, they found nothing. Back home, the girls went to bed not even hoping to get into that dream together. But when they both fell asleep, they found themselves in the same classroom. And now both girls could see and hear each other. The monster was just like last time, telling a new topic. And Gloria once again pretended not to hear Elizabeth. The monster approached Mike, but while she was talking to him, the girls managed to steal her pointer. The monster was furious and attacked the girls. Elizabeth and Gloria woke up at the same time. They were happy that they were able to get into the dream together. But when they saw the monster's pointer on the floor by the bed, they were very scared. At that time, their mom came into their room and angrily took the pointer away, calling it garbage. The girls started to panic. "What if the monster comes back here for it?" said Gloria through tears. But still, it was time for them to go to school. The next day, their teacher didn't show up with Mike. The principal said that the teacher was just sick and that he would replace her today. But the girls immediately suspected something wrong. During the lesson, the principal asked the students a question. "Does anyone know where the teacher put the pointer?" The girls are confused. After class, the girls came home. The girls' mom told them to go to bed. During the night, Elizabeth heard some talking in the kitchen. She went to see who was there. Their teacher was standing in the kitchen talking to Elizabeth's mom. The girl was confused. The teacher looked completely healthy. The mom threateningly told her daughter to go to bed. When she came back, the girl told her friend about it. Gloria suggested not going to bed tonight, but following the teacher. They secretly followed her. When they went out of the courtyard and into the street, the teacher was confronted by a mysterious man. He was dressed all in black and had a very strange smile on his face. Together, they literally disappeared into the middle of the street. The girls were shocked. When they returned home, they found that Elizabeth's mom was missing. They searched the whole house, but she was nowhere to be found. Elizabeth cried and Gloria tried to comfort her. Still, they went to bed. In the morning, the girls decided not to go to school and stayed at Elizabeth's house. Her mom and the teacher came in. The girls hid in the next room and eavesdropped on their conversations. The teacher and Elizabeth's mom were discussing something that was going to happen tomorrow, but the girls couldn't hear what exactly it was. Suddenly, the teacher and mom's eyes turned white. They turned into monsters. Elizabeth was shocked. They left the house and walked towards the forest. And Elizabeth and Gloria ran to the school to warn everyone. When they told the principal what they had seen, he was angry and thought they had made it up to skip school, and the girls' friends just laughed at their story. The upset girls went home. Elizabeth's mom was there, who didn't realize that her daughter had stayed home today. Elizabeth, along with Gloria, silently retired to their room. During the night, they tried once again to get into the same dream together, and they succeeded. In the dream, they immediately ran to the principal, but in his place sat the same mysterious monster they had seen on the street. They quickly ran out of there, but Elizabeth's mom was waiting for them in the hallway. "Mom, what's going on here?" shouted the girl. The mom's eyes turned white, and she told her daughter that she was wrong to decide to follow them. There was screaming throughout the school, and the girls woke up. They woke up Mom again. The girls decided to go to school to see if the principal was okay. But he wasn't there. There was a policeman named Jake in the school. They ran up to him and asked him what happened here. Jake replied that the principal had disappeared this morning. The girls were terrified. Classes were canceled because the teacher and principal were not at school. The girls went to the house, but when they stopped in the yard, they saw a mysterious man who had kidnapped the principal and teacher in the kitchen. They called Jake to tell him they found the teacher. But when Jake arrived at their house, no one was there. Jake searched the whole house and found a very strange object by the bed. It was the pointer that Elizabeth's mom had thrown away. He took it with him and wanted to take it back to school. But when he picked it up, his eyes turned as white as monsters. Jake unknowingly went somewhere. He came to a forest where there were monsters, including 2 girls. Jake handed the pointer to the man in the hat and he laughed out loud. The girls were shaking with fear. Suddenly the man transformed. His eyes turned black, his skin turned gray. He grew a long tail and a cape. He walked towards Elizabeth's mom. She was very frightened. The girl overcame her fear and rushed towards the monster. Elizabeth snatched the pointer out of the man's hands. He was surprised, angrily ordered to return his thing and started walking towards the girl. Elizabeth was once again gripped by fear. Suddenly Gloria had an idea and shouted to her friend, "Break the pointer!" Elizabeth broke it into 2 pieces and it vanished with the monster. The policeman, the teacher, and Elizabeth's mom became human again. They all went back home. The teacher told them that the pointer had turned out to be an ancient artifact, and it had caused the monster to be summoned and become one themselves. Elizabeth's mom continued, "But it's okay now, you saved us." In the morning, the girls went to school again. They decided to go into the principal's office. He was there. The girls were very happy to see him unharmed. But the principal did not remember anything, and just looked at the girls questioningly. The girls went into the office and met their friend Mike. They hugged their friend for a long time, but he didn't understand anything. "Why are you so happy to see me?" Mike asked. "We just really missed you overnight," replied the girls. Afterwards, there was the most ordinary and boring lesson taught by their teacher. They were very happy to be back to normal. After class, the girls and Mike decided to meet on the school playground to discuss the events of the previous night. "What do you think is going to happen now?" Gloria asked. "After all, we all remember what happened and no one else knows about it." "What if there are more artifacts like this?" said Elizabeth. They went searching in that mysterious forest. After a few hours, Mike found an old book. He opened it and was surprised to find that there were illustrations and descriptions of various artifacts similar to the pointer that caused the monster. "It says here that breaking the pointer will close the entrance to the monster world," said Mike. But the picture showed a different pointer, yellow in color. The friends were terrified. They would never know if they had succeeded in closing the entrance to the monster world.